What's up on Evolved PWI? All that good stuff. My day is going pretty good. Hopefully yours is. You can always leave a comment on that if you wish. Now, you might notice that I'm on a private server. Well, I have a friend of mine that I've known for a while. That is pretty much the only reason that, I'm playing here. Sorry for the delay upon what it is that I do as far as the streaming, but it had to be revived for what it is. Now, I have a question that might be a little touchy. What do you wish to accomplish with your protests that you are trying to accomplish? Is it something that you do not understand? Is it something that you do not know fully for what it is you stand? Is it rooted in truth for what it is that you protest? I can assure you of one thing about your protest. There is documentation beyond what it is that you protest. If you do not believe me, look at me. Look it up. In truth, I do not care if you like the truth. There's documentation beyond what it is that you are protesting. For the claim of land that you are protesting. Beyond what and who you are protesting for. Is there a claim before? I challenge you to look this up. If you are not willing, then you might as well give up for what you're protesting for if it is you are willing. Even beyond all records. Look back to the Sumerian records. 6,000 years before these that happen to be. No other record will you ever see. Ignorant fool, you are fulfilling prophecy. For it will be that they stand against her, but they will not prevail against her. Do not believe me. Look up past all records you could ever see. Even ones that are past what record that you know, past the flood that you happen to know. In fact, for this, if it is I wish to show, I have 3 different books to prove the record of who you protest for that predates who it is you protest for. Do they have such record? They do not, and they never could upon this spot. Or is it that you do not know? What do you wish to accomplish with your foolish and very miseducated protest against something that with truth you cannot protest? For with truth it cuts like a double-edged sword through everything that is false that stands before that sword. You arrogant fools, you are fulfilling prophecy. Do you not know that, you arrogant fools? Show me the proof. For me, I have the proof. For you, you do not. What do you wish to accomplish? Piss off the ones that are above you as far as status and all things that could ever be comprehended or be to what it is that is you. It might be wise for you to rethink your arrogant view. If you stand against her, you will be disappointed. For it has already been prophesied that you would do such things thousands of years before you would do such things. I do not care if you like me. I do not care if you, yourself, thinks that you're above such things as this. There are proofs that you cannot deny with this. I dare you. Cut through the noise. Cut through all your stupid, ignorant voice. Predates what it is that you happen to think should be true. Excuse my language, but I fucking dare you. No record will be beyond what it is I speak of. For what it is I speak of is beyond what you could comprehend. For it was before the beginning and the end. Sorry if it is, I must show my zeal. But I hate to say this, but as someone that might be considered as an elite, must show myself as a fucking elite. What's the matter? Do you wish to do something? I dare you to fucking do something. Come on, my friend, I'm waiting. What's the matter? Can't do anything in the time that you're waiting. Excuse my aggression. But with your arrogant show of misplaced aggression, you know not what it is you face. Yet there is prophecy spoken upon what it is that you will face. For what it is that you will do at this exact place. For what it is that you will have to accept. For you have no right. For in this prophecy, you interject. What do you wish to accomplish with your foolish and arrogant, misplaced, and very, very dumbly placed protest in this place? Do you wish to piss off the ones that actually have control over what happens with your life? Do you wish to see beyond what it is that you know happens to be strife? If it is, that is what you wish. Well, for the elite, they can very well show you this. Regardless if you know or can comprehend this, I do not give you a riddle. I give you the truth. For what I say, there is no riddle. What does your heart tell you? 2,000 years or more. Did they tell you that certain ones would stand against a one that you shall not stand against? And yet you do. What do you wish to accomplish? An umbrella of safety do I stand? Do you? If you ask me, as far as these ones that stand against, do you know what I think should happen to you? You should have to be within the area and all that. That is what it is that you have declared. What would happen if you were within that area? Would they support you? Or would they consider you as an outcast? Would they protect you? Or as a second world power, would they be able to protect you? Hmm? What do you wish to accomplish with your foolish, miseducated protest? Look at all records. It will prove your folly of your protest. You arrogant fool. Do you not know you fulfill prophecy about who will stand against her? For none will be able to stand against her. Do not be foolish. You say you do not believe in these such things, but yet you fulfill it. Thousands of years before you would fulfill it. It was spoken about that you would fulfill it. But here's something that I wish to enlighten you about. It is not necessarily who it is that has spoken about, but it is who has spoken, not who has written, that you should worry about. For the one that has written, they could not fully comprehend what needed to be written. Beyond what they could comprehend would be what it was that would be the end. For the one that happened to have written could only comprehend for what they have understand, for the ability that they have written. Do you understand what I have just said? The one that has written what they have written did not fully understand or comprehend, for only subtle details have been written, not the full ones. Not everything that will be fulfilled has been written. Do you know that? When someone else is comprehending for what it is that another happens to say that will be so, they can only write for what they know. They cannot write for what fully will be shown. Can they? Hmm? I guess that is a disadvantage, is it not? About someone that would prophesy what would happen in this spot. Do not stand against her. You will be disappointed if you stand against her. That is all I will say. It does not matter your opinion, though, for the ones that need to know and for the evidence that happens to show. Your opinion, I'm sure, in some way or another, the value of that happens to show. But it's not necessarily what you think that matters. It's how you demonstrate it that fucking matters. What happens if you're on the wrong side of that stick that happens to be bigger? The one that you think is the biggest stick. Your protest, is it worth your foolish protest? I do not care if you like me. I do not care what you think. I do not care if death for me you think. For you could not do such a thing even if you wished. If you do not believe me, test for what it is I say and for what it is that you are and will be required to think. Go ahead, my friend. Are you ready for your tragic end? Hmm? Do I have to revive something that is beyond what it is that you comprehend? A smoldering rage toward your enemies. Do not glaze. Do not glaze over for what the truth happens to be. Go ahead, my friend. Do your foolish protest. See what will be your tragic end. I dare you. For there will be one thing that will be true, for after I dare you, you will see the tragic end of what it is you stand for. For there is nothing that can stand against. For there are multiple documents that stand against. For what it is that you protest for. Do you not know that beyond what any record could ever be recorded is for what the opposite of what it is that you protest? You arrogant fool. You are fulfilling prophecy as an uneducated fool. That is why the elite are over you, and you are not over them. You arrogant fool. They know more than you. What do you wish to accomplish over someone that is able and willing to do more than you and know more information than you? Hmm? It don't matter what you wish to be true. It really don't. Someone that knows more than you is more educated than you as far as what it is that is true and documented proof for what is true. If there was a trial right now for what you protest, would there be proof for what you protest now? There never could be or never will be. Arrogant fool. You are fulfilling prophecy and you do not even know you are. For me, I already know. For me, it is my job to fucking show that you are. Right now. Without your knowing or willingness to. For me, it's funny. You don't even know. For me, it's quite entertaining. Later on, you might understand why it is for me it is entertaining. But for now, we will leave that alone. What's the matter, my friend? Can you find that proof or can you not? Beyond anything that you can recollect or prove in this spot, what you protest, is it true or is it not? I have spoken over this in the last video. The proof must be proven. What's the matter? You have no proof can, that can be proven? Hmm. What's the matter, my protesting ignorant friend? What's the matter? Predated by someone that is beginning and for the end, before what you would know and can comprehend, prophesied for what it is that you would do thousands of years before for what it is that you would do. Hmm? What's the matter, my friend? Have nothing to say yet? I'm waiting for your response, and I will be for some time. Go ahead. Show for what it is that is beyond what it is that is your time. Documentation beyond what these ones happen to claim. That you protest for what it is they fucking claim. Go ahead, my friend. Prove with your dates beyond what it is. That is beyond what it is you can prove with your fucking dates. Go ahead. I'm waiting. And I will be until the end of eternity and beyond. What's the matter? Do not like the concept that someone has a higher term of time in their concept? Hmm? What's the matter, my friend? What will you wish to accomplish when you are one that has been prophesied that will be your end? Hmm? The only thing you do is piss off the ones that are beyond your comprehension. Beyond what your time and what it is that happens to be your ignorant comprehension. Do not stand against her, my friend. If you do, well, what happens to you? What's the matter? You do not like the way that I happen to be? You're only encouraging by the prophecy that you allow to be. It is not the one that happened to have written that you must worry about. It is who it is that they have written that you must worry about. For the comprehension of the one that has happened to have written is less than the one that they have happened to have written. For they are one that is beyond even their understanding. For the one that has maybe written, they had a less understanding. Did they not? Even within parables and other things. Did they even understand for what it is they wrote within those things? If it is that they did, they would have give you the answer. For if it is they did. So what do you wish to accomplish? Besides pissing off the ones that are above you and make it to where you can accomplish? Hmm? What do you wish to accomplish? With your foolish and arrogant protest upon something you cannot accomplish? That is beyond. Hmm? These ones that you happen to protest for, do we even know the truth? I can assure you of this. It is beyond truth. For if you actually search for it, you will find out that there is documentation beyond what it is they claim to be truth. Do not stand against something that is absolute truth. These ones you happen to protest for, they cannot prove without a shadow of a doubt behind a jury of 12 to prove amongst that jury of 12 that they are the ones that stake claim. But there is one and only one that can do this upon this day. It is the one that you protest against, you ignorant fool. Even beyond all records that have ever been taken, Sumerian, it is the longest that has ever been taken. Guess who it is that happens to claim it is the one that you are protesting against this day. No other record will ever be so! Nor could it be, for it was beyond all records that you would ever fucking see. What do you wish to accomplish? For what you wish to accomplish, you are fulfilling prophecy. Excuse my language, I will try to be cool. But at moments when zeal must be shown, sometimes it must be beyond what it is that normally you would show. And for those that don't have such a thing, maybe you might need to revive such a thing. It's not always easy to be restrained, even when it is that you need to be. For me, I will be honest, that is a limitation that you currently see. I try to be nice and all of that, but I cannot neglect the zeal in the midst of that. Even amongst times when the hardest things must be shown, there is one thing that, in the midst of this, I wish for you to remember that Christ happened to have shown. He turned over tables amongst his temple, for he showed at that time the zeal of his temple. At that point, when Christ did such a thing, did you realize how much of a pure anger he must have shown? For what it is. For in truth, when he did that, he happened to have shown Of course, you must have your limits too. For what it is that you're able to do. But what do you wish to accomplish with your useless protest? Do you actually wish to accomplish? Is it beyond what it is that you could? Is it beyond what you can understand for what it is you could? Even when it is you are beyond what it is that is your circumstance for what it is that you wish you could. Are you still able to stay within the limits of what it is you could? So many things I wish I could say about what it is that you do upon this day. But clearly I cannot. For when you seen my mic go up, it was me telling you, or another telling me I could not. Even amongst what it is that happens to be truth. What amongst that can I tell you truth? What it is that I am limited upon what it is that I can say or do. I will tell you this. There are others, other than me, that will tell you as it is, even as I try to tell you for what it is. There are others that will still tell the truth, even when, for me, I cannot tell you the full truth, at least upon how it is I happen to feel. Because of circumstance that I cannot control, cannot not tell you for what it is that in truth I wish I can control. Not always within such things do you have such a thing. even when it is truth, is nothing but what it is you wish to have been seen. I do not know why I keep hitting the wrong button, but it's driving me nuts that I'm hitting the wrong button. I guess I must be showing a little more zeal than what it is that I am able. It's kind of disappointing. For this zeal that I wish to show, I am not able. These are things that are without a doubt out of my hands. I do apologize for that, but I also don't. For at least to show the small portion of with this control that I don't have to fully show. Maybe it is within my own emotion I have to control. It's not easy to do such a thing when it is that you are enraged by such a thing. But that aside, for the ones that, for what it is that I am not able to do, what kind of consequences will be shown by the ones that do not have that limitation upon what it is they can do? What kind of wrath for what your arrogant choices you happen to make, for ones that happen to be elite? Will you be ones that meet? Will it be something that will be beyond what it is that you comprehend as wrath? Will it be something that you will wish not to last? Will it be something that you will regret? Will it be that it will be beyond what it is that any other thing that you will ever get? You'll be lucky for some, mercy for you to get. Within my own limitations, I must work for what it is that I do with my work. As far as such things as this, that is considered my work. Sorry that you may not hear the full for what it is that I wish to actually say. I guess I was put in check upon what it is I can say, and how it was that I could. Even for one such as me. There's only certain things that we can say, or do for that matter. For those that may not know such things, well, now you have learned of that matter. It's not always the easiest to know such things when within what it is you wish to vocalize is different than those such things. But even at that, you should still not stand against her with those facts. Not the wisest decision to make. What it is that within what happens is the wisest decision for them to make. Even within what it is that I have done, or for what it is that's in the middle of what it is that I have shown my zeal. Even within that was limited for what it is that I could show my zeal. There may be a few that do not have such limitations. Do you really wish to meet those such limitations? For certain ones cannot say certain things, but others, they are allotted to say about anything.
Well, it seems that I need to take an intermission, all that good stuff. It'd be a great time for you to do so as well, if it is that you need to. Be a great time for comments or questions as well, if you have any. And I'll take time after this, if there are any, to answer them. Woe to he or she that happens to stand against her. You will be disappointed when you see the result of what you do and what happens for what your choice of what you do. These things have been spoken before you know what existence was. Do not stand against for what already knew, happened to have, and will be, and what will be, and what was. Do not stand against her, you arrogant fool. You will be the one to look as the fool. You standing against only proves for what has been and will be. Do not stand against for what is and will ultimately be. If you stand against, you only prove the fact. Do you not? Or are you too arrogant to get that fact? Do not stand against her. If you do, well, you only fulfill prophecy that has been written and spoken over her. You dare do such a thing, you will be as the fool. Do not think that you're arrogant and misplaced. Riots and other things such as this against her has not been spoken and written for thousands of years before. For what you would do, it was written. Do not stand against, you arrogant fool. You only prove for what? What, do you think you're cool? You only prove for what? The one that happened to have written that he knew more than what you would know, for he has written. Do not stand against her, you arrogant fool. You only prove that he is before and after you. For how else would it be that this individual would know of what it would be that you would do before you even had the comprehension or ability to know? To stand against her, you only prove. Did you not notice? Things were written for what you would do. For ones that happen to say it is not true. You are a witness for what happens to be true. What's the matter? Does that hurt a bit? To know someone new before you knew even a little bit? Do not stand against. You will be the fool, as it is you choose to stand against. For it is written, she will have many that stand against, but she shall not fall. You are the witness, for what it has been written thousands and thousands of years before. If it is that you think what you're doing is right, just know this. Someone else already knew what you would do thousands of years before it would be what it is you do. You don't even know what you will do upon the next, but this one thousands of years before you would even think of what would be your next, would say that you would stand against. It would be wise if you pay attention. You are only fulfilling prophecy, even if you are not paying attention. Do not stand against her, you will be one that is disappointed. For a cornerstone was set, that ones that trust in such things, they will not be disappointed. But for ones that have not, set for what they expect they will be ones that they will not. Do not stand against. There is many documentations for what it is that is happening now, even ones that you do not know and have not been shown for now. For it is also written that ones will be shown at the time that it is to be shown. No matter spoken or written, it will be shown when it is time for it to be. Do not stand against her or an arrogant fool. The result, that is what it is you will see. You can either heed or you can be a fool. Either you can continue to protest, no matter your thoughts and all that have already been shown regardless if you protest. But I am not one scared to tell you the truth. For thousands of years before, you knew upon what it is that is the truth. It was spoken and written for what it is you would do. And for, at this current time, you do exactly for what it is they said you would do. Oh, be wary those that stand against her. There's many proofs that you cannot stand against her. If it is you choose to, then that is your own fault. For when you are one, you'll be shown for what it is that is your fault. Do not stand against one that has already been declared. Your useless protests. Do you not know that there is a standing for that land already? There are many documentations of who should have that land, and it is not the one you happen to protest for. You might as well just back off and do so no more. If it is you do, the result that you will see. These are things that you will regret to see. A smoldering rage that you will happen to see when you are cut off for what you could have happened to see. These are other prophecies that have, and are being fulfilled. With your protest, do you not know there are prophecies being fulfilled? Arrogant are you, and woe do I say to you. You may want to think twice upon what it is you protest. For there are many proofs, and I will also say something else about your arrogant protests. They're miseducated. If you ask me, because of the fact you are uneducated. This may sound cruel and mean, but you know what I think should happen, as far as what should be seen. If you really wish for that to be, how about you get to the front line to make sure that it happens to be seen against
the highest armed nation in the world. I wonder how long will it be that you get to see the fulfillment of your arrogant and wishful, uneducated world. If you ask me, you really wish for that to be? Get on the front line, my friend, if it is what you actually wish to see. And when you are one that happens to die for a useless cause, because you are uneducated for what it is that is and will be, for there was one that would know what you would do before you even knew or were able to see. Do not go crying to one for your folly they happen to see. Woe to he that or she that stands against. She is one that you are not to stand against. If you dare do, then the consequence that you happen to see, you have already been warned before what it is that you hear now and for what it is now you see. Do not stand against her. If you do, you will be disappointed. But if you stand for her, you will not be disappointed. You can think what it is that you wish, but just know this. For what it is you do with right now is this. You are fulfilling prophecies that prove for what it is that right now I say with this. Do not be arrogant and stand against. For you will wish you never stand against. What's up? I'm back from my intermission and all that good stuff. So, what do you wish to accomplish with all this stuff? Are you one that wishes to accomplish pissing off the wrong ones? Not a wise thing to do, to piss off the wrong ones. Regardless if it is that you think you are above or below. There are many that more beyond what it is that you know. Is it that they do? Regardless for what it is. Regardless for what it is that you think you know for what it is. Not the wisest decision to piss off ones that within your life they make your life decisions. Did you not catch that? If you work a 9 to 5, guess who makes your decisions in your life? Is it wise for you to piss them off? All the extra work that you get? Hmm. What do you wish to accomplish with your foolish protests? Piss off ones that can make your life worst by your foolish actions of your protest? You'd be lucky if they do not take notice. For I imagine ones with great status have taken their notice. And ones that don't, I'm pretty sure they have as well. But how much pull do they have? For they do not have status. What do you wish to accomplish with your folly move of trying to make your status against ones that have earned theirs beyond what it is that you can comprehend for what it is that happens to be theirs? Hmm? Do they not know more than you? Do they not show more than you ever could, or that you would? Do you not think that they have a status beyond what it is that you could? If you think you have a higher status than them, then prove upon the fact you have a higher status than them. Even within my own limitations, do you not think I wish to shatter my own limitations? But that aside, what do you wish to accomplish with your little foolish, uneducated protest? Everything else aside, very uneducated. For the proof of what you try to protest against proves you are uneducated. For ones that happen to be less, as far as the information that they are able to get, always protest against the ones that the information they already have and no need for them to get. Beyond and above what you can comprehend. Does not matter if you like it or if you like it to end. What will one that doesn't have the limitations of me happen to say? Hmm? Even when I, myself, have very little limitations upon what it is I can say. It is not for what it is I say that is limited. It is how, for me. If I show a little bit more zeal within my limitation, well, you've already seen within what it is my limitation. Do you think I get stopped for what it is I say? As far as what limitation that I am able to say. Now, let me ask you this. Against an elite, how much do you have to be able to say? Do they allow you? Do the law, do the laws within allow you? Or do forces that within the law allow you? Hmm? What do you wish to accomplish? By something that you are uneducated about what it is that you wish to accomplish? Do you think ones that are above your status do not know more than what it is that is required to be your status? These ones that you try to fight against, do you think they know less or more than you when you try to fight against? Do you think even within that, with the status that I have myself, whatever that may be, against certain ones, do you think that victorious will I be? Hmm. There are many even above what it is that might be my status. That even crave upon what it is that happens to be my own status. No matter what that may be. No matter if you mock me, no matter if it is what you see. There are many things that is even above and beyond what you understand or can comprehend what you see. But that is not what we speak of. We speak of what it is that you wish to accomplish with your protest. That clearly there's something that you wish to accomplish. Well, what do you wish to accomplish, my friend? Hmm? Do you understand the question I have asked you? Do you understand what could be the answers for what question I have asked you? In case you do not know what it is, then I see myself for what it is that is my status within what it is that is myself. I see a character before me that is in a black top with gold going down right here. Gold right here, right here, right here, with two little masks right here. Cold gold sash going down here. Two gold boots. A girl that is Caucasian with yellowish kind of eyes, with pink eyelash, with red lipstick right there, and with a name that is called Mistress Swan, with butterflies inside of her hair, which happens to be brown. And for what it is that you see right here, a guy with a black gaiter upon his head, with brown or reddish hair that is curly and long, with a gray t-shirt and a necklace. This character happens to be a wizard on a game called Evolved Perfect World International. And every video has some kind of character on it. Kind of lean towards girl characters usually. Because if I'm going to play it for a couple hours, I'd rather like what it is I look at for those couple of hours. Other than that, it is a complete lie if you see anything other than what it is I have described. At least, according to what it is that I see. If it is you wish to see the status that is within what it is that I see. I do not care if you see anything other. For to me, it is a lie for you to see anything other. Do you know what a lie is? It is something that is not true. Now, if you hear anyone else speak or you see anyone else, that is a lie as well, because within what it is that I see from my perspective, no one else is here for me amongst my perspective. Now, I will also mention though, I know this may sound odd for me to say it, but if you hear my characters speak, then you might want to listen upon what it is they speak. For I have had them speak to me before. Other than that, I say for you to heed no more. Anything other than that, it is falsity. For I will also say, The only reason I would say to heed my character is this. They are an extension of me amongst what it is that is this. Many I've heard their voices. Even know upon the fact when I speak, sometimes I speak with their voices. Even amongst when it is that the leaf has fallen. The newest series amongst my YouTube videos. Pay attention to when I speak that the leaf has fallen. For it speaks of two different things. It speaks of either opportunity or after it has hit the ground. After your opportunity is gone, after it hits the ground. When it is the wind starts to blow. When you have no more opportunity, and if you are not steadfast with the wind, it is where it is you must go. I will give a subtle hint for those that might wish to understand my videos. If I say a certain phrase that is the title of another video, it means it is within series for this latest that has yet to be posted. There is over 20 within that series. I know that for a fact, for when I was about over halfway done with uploading for what it is that happens to be that, cutting through that noise, YouTube stopped me and said, you could only upload 15 for this noise. I do not know the exact number, but within over 15 is that number. And in case you do not know what within series means, it means they are all connected. I will reference other videos in the middle of another video. Meaning, if you wish to understand what I just meant, within what it is I just said, you would have had to listen or understand within that other video for what it is I have just meant. When it is your videos must be 10 minutes and hardly over any 10 minutes, and you have more than that to say, how many videos must you make to say for what it is you wish to say? Small example of what I mean when I say, what do you wish to accomplish? I'm proving to you what it is that I wish to. Can you prove to me what it is that you wish to? Not necessarily that you have to either, though. Even though I might have a higher status than you, don't know if I do. Doesn't matter if I know or not. But if I get outraged, and I feel the obligation to say what it is within my limitations, just imagine for one that does not have any limitations. Just because you feel you have the right within what it is that is your status, do you have the right? The only reason right now that I cannot is because of a situation that I have control not. If I did, there would have been no stopping me. You would have seen the full thoughts of me, without a shadow of a doubt, without having to show that shadow of a doubt. Go ahead, what will you do? What will you send against me? What can you do? Hmm? Do you think I have not heard? Go ahead, my friend. I have my own, just as you do. It'd be very similar to what it is that is like this. Littered with evidence and all of this. So what do you wish to accomplish? For your folly that you wish to accomplish. With your useless protest. With your miseducated and very badly placed protest. Go ahead, my friend. Continue. You're just making me laugh as it is that you choose to continue. Go ahead, try to be where it is. All I will say is, well, there are rules to be where it is. That is all I will say. For ones that are within what it is I mean, you already know what it is I say. But, that aside, for you with your useless protest, let's set all that aside. So what do you wish to accomplish? If you cannot contact me, well, tell someone that you know and is able to, well, because of their lesser status or their area you are able to be or see. Tell them for what it is you wish to be. I'm pretty sure they know upon the fact you wish your opinion to be seen. Doesn't mean that it will be, but you might as well just, well, let them know without being, well, how can I say this? A butt. If it is you wish to be that way, well, when you see the boot that hits your kaboot, well, don't complain when it is that, well, your motives go, well, kaboot. So, what do you wish to accomplish, my friend? I imagine for the most part, you're already gone. For the one I'm speaking to, I bet you're already gone. You were probably gone within the first 20 minutes. What's the matter? It cannot last for that 20 minutes. Do not care if you like me or not. I will tell you the truth, regardless if you like it or not in this spot. So my question is, do you cut through the noise? Upon what it is I say with this boys? Or are you one that cannot last through this noise? You may not get what it is I mean when I say that. You think I have not noticed? That through most of this, there has been no game noise, no distraction upon what it is that you hear as let me put it to you this way. If you are really paying attention to what it is I say, no background noise, regardless what it might be, can distract you, for you can hear and you can see. If it is you are clinging upon everything that I happen to say, then no matter what noise, you can still hear me upon this day. Other than that, you're only wishing to hear upon what it is you wish to hear. You do not fully for what it is you actually hear. And the background noise reference is always a reference to one thing. Your distractions upon your life upon this day. The things that are telling you that is wrong and right, even when within your heart you know upon what it is that is wrong and right. If you cannot cut through the noise of others, then how can you be separated and be a bride of Christ like no others? one that has a white and pure robe. For at that point, you cannot cut through what it is that is the other color of the robe. So, through your useless protest, do you see which one you are amongst your useless protest? Do not fight against her, for you are dirty and you are not pure as it is that you are against her. So, with your useless protest, let me ask you this. Do you have any proof that is beyond what one that can show without a shadow of a doubt before a jury of 12 without a shadow of a doubt? But with that being said, it looks like my stream needs to end a little shorter than what it is I wish it to be. But with that being said, is there any proof that can be seen for what it is that needs to be seen? Well, that looks like all the time I have for now. So until next time.